So I guess we had a bomb threat at the pier last night, Santa Monica Pier. Let's see when the last one was. I mean, I had to dig to find the information on this too. It's kind of funny. On the Santa Monica Pier. You know, why can't I spell this right? Let's see. Last one was last year in 2023. Wow. Okay. It's kind of funny. These screwballs have been running all across the border since Biden got in office. uh, let's see when the last one was. It bomb threat Santa Monica Pier before 2023. That was 2023. Bomb threat in Santa Monica Pier. I got 2023 as the last one. That's since Biden's been in office. 2023. Yeah, they didn't give him more information before that. It's kind of funny. I looked at it earlier and I couldn't find it. I had to dig for the information. Okay. Then, not even an hour or so later, it didn't give me that. It told me back in 2024 or 2014, and in 2016, it gave me dates like back to 2016, I think was. And now, now they're saying there's been two in the last 2 years. Okay. I mean, I probably it's probably been in the newspaper. I don't read the fucking newspaper around here. You know, I read one because I knew the guy when he worked for the Daily Press. You know, I read one, and he seems to be pretty on the nose with a lot of stuff. He's not sitting there playing putting fluff pieces out for the Santa Monica government. You know, um, the problem with that is they're not being honest with you guys. I know what's going on. You can call me a conspiracy theorist, put your tinfoil hat on. Well, I bronze mine and put it in a damn trophy case. A lot of the stuff that was considered conspiracy theory is now true, pretty much. Okay. Um, you know, I wrote my girlfriend, and she said that it happened in Mindanao, in the Philippines, not just recently. Someone left a bag with a bomb inside of it. Okay. Oh, Philippines has a big Muslim population, though. They have a big Catholic population. You know, um, in America we have a Muslim population, we have a Catholic population, we have a Christian population, we have a Jewish population, we have a Hindu population, we have any religion you can think of, all the way down to Satanism. Okay, it's freedom of religion. I'm of a mind like this. I don't care if you bow times to each, man. That's on the way you pray, man. Just don't try and blow me up. You know, I won't try to convert you. You don't try to convert me. We just swap some notes over here and have a have a conversation. You know, I mean, I went through the Quran where I was a Christian as a baby Christian back in 90. Is it 95? When I was downtown in Skid Row, I went through the Quran with a Muslim girl, man. And I pulled out the Bible, she pulled out the Quran, and we went through them both right next to each other. And we asked questions of each other. You know, I have a friend that runs a tobacco shop over here. I ask him questions about Islam all the time. I said, your laws are a combination of the laws of Hammurabi and Islam, right? It went like this. He goes, yeah. The Code of Hammurabi is basically the laws for the Middle East. You know, the Code of Hammurabi. Okay, you look that up, man. That's Islam law takes a lot from the Code of Hammurabi. Their whole culture is pretty much based around the religion and the Code of Hammurabi. So, um, you got terrorists in this country right now. I mean, God, there's a TikTok video of a guy out there. You don't know who I am? I'm a leader of a terrorist organization in the Middle East. You don't know who I am? You will. These people come, they're running across the border. You got terrorists from like 30 different Muslim countries in this country right now, all across Africa and the Middle East. They're all military aged males, working aged males. Okay, this whole bomb. This is just like the beginning of what's going to go on this summer, people. You think I'm lying to you, man? You think I'm crazy? Oh, he's crazy. He's an old man. He's missing his teeth. He was homeless. He smokes a lot of weed. That doesn't take away from the fact that I'm a smart man and I have a logical thought train going a lot. You know, doesn't take away from the fact that I'm intelligent. Doesn't take away from the fact that I have a logical thought process going on in my brain and I have common sense that sees through the gaslighting, man. What gaslighting is they just trying to it's called pulling the wool over your eyes, man. It's like getting a fight my hair was long and I had hair on the top of my head and I get into a fight, people pull my hair in my face, man. They'd reach up on top of my head and start pulling at my hair and let it fall on my face. So I'd have to back off, pull my hair out. That's why I kept my hair short when I was younger. That's why the military keeps their hair short. You don't want that shit in your eyes. That's what they're doing. They're pulling a wool over you guys' eyes, man. They got you believing a lie, even though deep down inside you know it's a lie, and it conflicts with everything you know up here, and it causes turmoil in your brain, man. It's called cognitive dissonance, man. I mean, logical thought is who, what, where, how, when, why. Actually, asking six basic questions, man. Who, what, where, how, when, why. You answer those six basic questions, and you usually get to the truth. I'm not perfect, man. I got a lot of freaking blind spots in my head too. But some of them aren't blind spots. Some of them are just waking up to having that blind spot. you know, I mean, some of them are just waking up to having a blind spot. It's called common sense, man. I mean, I'm bumping up against these idiots that run this place, and I call them idiots because they think people in here are stupid, man. They're trying to get a monopoly on low-income housing, so no matter where you go, you're gonna fall under them. They don't want no mom and pop low-income housing out there. And these idiots over here, they'll accept your voucher. They'll find a real quick way to run you out the door. Guarantee it, man. It's called socioeconomic discrimination, man. Yeah, that's a big word. People can't, I don't even think college students understand what socioeconomic discrimination is. You're living in a class society, buddy. You know, and believe me, I've met some rich people, and there's some good rich people in this city, man. If they're still here, there's some good people with tons of money that they just, they're bored and they want something to do with the good to do with their money, and they fall for some of these shams like fucking turning or People's Concern and Community Corporation. They think the larger the organization, the more help. No, the larger the organization, the less help that comes down to the bottom. You keeps everything small and community oriented, I guarantee you'll help more people. with that bomb threat down at the pier, man. You can go back and look at my past videos on this and Facebook. I told you, man, it's gonna ramp up. Told you, man, the terrorists are here. They're gonna start doing this shit. Told you this 2 years ago, 3 years ago, a year ago. They're letting them run across the border. I'm surprised you don't have the El Salvadoran rape gangs out there again. Okay, I know I watch the news in Santa Monica. I look at the papers and stuff here. I don't read them, but I look at the headlines and I peruse the papers and see if there's an article worth reading in there. Santa Monica Press, Daily Press used to be a good paper, man. I've heard some horror stories about what went on behind the scenes, but it was a good paper. It was pretty much free speech, man. They even had a guy that was a constitutionalist writing about the Constitution in the newspaper. He had the left and the right view. Now they just want to push everything off to the cliff to the neoliberal. That includes letting terrorists in this country. That includes letting these people turn this country like the country that they came from. And if they're running from a bad thing in the country that they came from, why do you want to turn this country into what you're running from? You see where I'm going with that? You're letting criminals in here, man, because the criminals are running the government, man. It's just like this garbage you're pulling here with me, trying to set me up. Oh, you're paranoid. No, I'm not paranoid. I'm not stupid either. I spent 11 and a half years homeless. I know when I'm being fucking set up. You don't think that shit happened to me when I was homeless? Getting set up? You don't think it's happened to me over here at this shelter because I questioned something? Get set up to get kicked out because it's in your rules and in your contract? I don't know how many times these organizations have been sued because they don't want to make public record of that because they got a spotty record. They got a 2.0 rating in Yelp for Community Corporation of Santa Monica. If there's just a stellar organization, why don't they have a 5-star rating? They're doing something wrong, and people are starting to notice that shit. Just like people are starting to notice that, the cops' hands are tied, man. Seriously, man. Cops' hands are tied here in Santa Monica. I talk to cops a lot, man. Their hands are tied. They can't do the shit they're supposed to be doing. Not that they want to do the stuff they're supposed to be doing, like putting the bad guys away. Gee, some of these people get arrested and they get put out right on the street the next day because they're fucking homeless. That's one of the reasons. Now, you normies out there in Santa Monica, you guys need to wake the fuck up, man. I mean, they got you bamboozled thinking everybody that's homeless is crazy and fucking stupid and on drugs. When you got some good people out there, probably some good workers out there, man. Probably some good ass workers that lost a fucking job, couldn't afford the rent anymore. Maybe a guy that got divorced or a woman coming from a bad situation at home. Even the man coming from a bad situation at home. The kids running away from bad situations at home. I met them all. And then I met the ones that are out there just because they're fucked up. But the majority of the people I met out there are running from something. Or they're broken. Or they fell off, fell. They financially fell and it broke them. You think this stuff that happened in the Pier is going to be the first time? This in 2 years they've had two. Okay, two in the last 2 years. Now I swear to God, before I went on here, I looked for it because I was going to post something about it on Facebook, and I had to actually dig for this one, and the one that happened last night. And when I dug for it, it showed me 2016, 2014, like 20, something like that. There's only like 2 or 3 years between the bomb threats. You got one every 2 years, not one every year right now. Follow the trend, people. Look up a guy named Gerald Salente, man. You follow the trends, man. What's the trend right now? Trend is going after the kids. In the big picture, the trend is to go after and manipulate the children. That's always been the trend, but they've ramped it up. This bomb threat's not going to be the last one. As a matter of fact, I guarantee there's going to be a shooting or something around here. You know, and I'm not involved, man. I have no weapons. I have no way to get a weapon. But I'm just letting you know what I'm seeing going on is going to lead to something bigger. You got this whole area from freaking El Segundo all the way up to Malibu. That's a big tourist area. Okay, all up and down this coast. Venice and Malibu and Venice, Santa Monica and Malibu and Marina Del Rey and Vista Del Mar and all that down there. From that all the way up, that's a big tourist area, man. The closer you get to Santa Monica, the closer you get to Venice Beach and Malibu, the more tourists are going to pack up in here. Geez, they got the most famous pier in the world over here. Everybody knows what Santa Monica, what that sign looks like. Forrest Gump ran to it. He ran from the lighthouse and he ran from the sign. He ran from the lighthouse in Maine to the sign over here. I think it was the lighthouse in Maine. Geez, the way I'm going, these guys where I live, they won't have to worry about me much longer anyways. Feel like I'm dying anyways, man. I don't wanna. I think it's just me. I think it's just me depression maybe, thinking that way. But this bomb threat at the pier is just the beginning, man. It happened last year and it happened again this year. And look at the dates of anything that happens. Watch the dates. Okay? You can call me crazy for this, but there's a lot of pagan holidays that are popping up right now, right around now, like May Day. May Day, there's a few in the summertime. There's the summer solstice, the summer solstice, summer equinox, and the winter equinox. All those are pagan holidays, man. When you do spells, when they cast spells, they do that on certain days. They go through the sky charts and they use astrology and astronomy. Okay? And they cast their spells accordingly, man. And these people believe in blood magic. They believe in sex magic and blood magic and terror magic. You can look all this stuff up, man. Blood magic and sex magic is fucking real. Okay, I know I've cast spells. I've used blood magic, my own blood and blood magic before. I didn't, it's just a drop of blood. That's all it is. And I repented of all that stuff, but I know it's real and I know it does happen. I made a Wiccan sign in the air one time and I had some shit following me around until I got saved. I had to get saved to get rid of what was following me around. I don't even know what was following me around. I've seen demons, man, face to face. Not physically. I saw a demonic entity and a girlfriend I had. We were both smoking crack. I saw the demon of crack. And when I got off the crack, I saw the demon of crack again. It was a hallucination, maybe. you know, I just went on Facebook. I told people, man, don't look at the Bible through the secular lens. Look at the secular through the biblical lens. Everything I see around here, I look at it as a biblical lens. This is a gift from God, this apartment. You know, my cat is a gift from God. My buddy Breed is a gift from God, man. Why would he turn around and try to do something to get rid of a gift from God? Okay? I want this to be the best gift God ever gave me, man. That means the people that run it have to make this the best gift God ever gave me. In other words, the money that's poured into this corporation needs to come down to the bottom. I can't. I have a gate down there. It's a handicap gate. I can't use it because it's broken. Because they use shitty contractors. They do. They hire the cheapest fucking contractor they can find. Probably somebody's brother-in-law. All I got to say, man, is the stuff with the in Santa Monica with this bomb threat. I guarantee you, there's gonna be more. Am I involved? No, I'm just letting you know. This is like going to be a trend. Already got the terrorists on this soil. You know, this should tell you I'm not ready to blow anything up in my country. I fight for my country before I blow anything up here. I'll stand and fight first. That's why, even though I had a chance to move, when I had all that money coming in, I had a chance to move the fuck up out of California. I could have moved out of Santa Monica. I didn't. I like it here. I like the people here. I like the bluff. I like the geography. And plus, I spent 11 and a half fucking years homeless here, man. I'm not ready to give ground now. I dug myself in here when I was homeless. I fight for. I would rather stand for my rights and everyone else's rights, and get thrown in jail for doing that, than be a pleb and go along with the program, and just get ousted from here when they sell this fucking building. They guarantee that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna sell this building, man. I mean, that's that's a given. I mean, this is prime real estate for this because of the fucking train. If the train wasn't here, none of these buildings would be here. The hotel would be there. You'd still have Midas Muffler across the street, and Bank of the West would still be open. Or East West Bank, was it East West Bank? Dave Pictures would still be open. Geez, you'd still have a Geffen Records down here. Geffen Records office used to be down here, man. They all moved over there to the big plaza over there in West LA. The big studio plaza over there, man. They got everything. All the studio corporate offices on the West Coast are over here in that corridor between 26th and 23rd and Broadway and Pico. A whole corridor right there. MGM Plaza. It's called MGM Plaza up on 26. There's a little park up there. I used to sit there when I was going to AA meetings when I was homeless. These people don't care about us, man. These people in power do not care about us. I guarantee you they got some backdoor deals running like this. If there's some people on the city council like that, I'd like to meet them. I think I met one, but this council member's having family problems. And I feel bad. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. Anyway, this stuff needs to end, man. People need to wake the fuck up, man. You need to wake up, man. I know I put this out. I put this out years ago. We're going to start having terrorist attacks in here. I saw it when they were building the stuff up in Seattle when they were doing their little Chaz or whatever, the Chomp or whatever it is. When a screwball wannabe rapper gangster tried to take over prison and cried like a bitch when he got picked up and arrested. Literally, I got a picture of him crying like a bitch. He was a big tough guy with two weapons, and when the cops rolled in there and started pounding his face into the dirt, he crying like a bitch. And if a cop beats up with someone, if a cop gets rough with somebody, I don't say shit. My dad was a cop, man. If you're a criminal, every time the cops stop me, I stop and as soon as they start asking me questions, I talk to them. But if they start saying, first thing I'm gonna say, am I being detained for anything? If they say no, I'm gonna walk the fuck away, man. I had cops pull me over in the alley over here just to write me a fucking ticket when I didn't do anything worth writing a ticket over. And I just said, screw it, man. I signed the ticket, tore it up in their face, and threw it in the air and walked away. They got Santa Monica cops handcuffed. Okay, they got them handcuffed, which means they're planning on some disruption coming up in the summertime, man. And they usually play in the summertime because it's hot. It's hot in the summertime. People are less. They have less patience in the summertime, especially if you're in the Midwest and the South. It gets hot. Even here in California, man, when you hit August and September, it's fucking hot. You're talking 90 degrees minimum. I mean, you might hit some 80-degree days, but the 80 to 90 degrees is the minimum. And that's when they try to kick everything off because it's hot. People have no patience. Anyway, there's enough about that. I'm out. Peace out. Semper Fi. Love you guys.